thought Member 4, Polka Kakamond, had gotten rid of most of the Society members.
You're back!
Of course! This is a summit between—
It's a special time. All departments, Madame Meiiiiii doesn't like—
I took her to see the portraits of the Society members a few days ago. I wanted to have the researchers make one for her as well, but she declined the— I don't get it. Whatever.
I heard Miss Meiiiiii likes snacks and pastries, so I asked the researchers to prepare some
Of course! Go find her yourself. She borrowed the face—
Miss Meiiiiii is the very image of a scholar. I heard she once took a little vacation.
She just wanted somewhere uninhabited to experiment with her life spiral system. Ruen is certainly very talented, but she hurt anyway. What more needs to be said for someone smart enough to become Herta's research partner, Hurry up and head out! Huh?
I'm not sure, but she doesn't seem to get around much. She's been...
Oh, dia sudah di sini. Bukannya dia sudah di sini. Gosipmu mulai tidak update deh. Kamu ini bener-bener deh. Kamu masih sedang siapkan upacara penjabatan dia. Ruen tidak akan suka. Aku dengar dia tidak suka menyendiri, bahkan di antara para jenis sekalipun. Jadi semua yang kami lakukan bakal sia-sia dong. Kenapa tidak hilang dari awal? Herta juga tetap mata soal dia. Jadi ini hanya perlakuan khusus buat tokoh penting. Berhentilah bekerja, kawan. Kata-katamu sungguh menghibur. Katanya sifat Ruen tidak terlalu oke. Hah? Seperti apa dia? Aku ingin tahu.
I have a feeling we're on the right track. I'll check the data when I get back.
Damn. Oh. Oh my. Oh my god.
Hello.
Shit.
I hope I didn't startle you.
This fucking pretty.
This is
My
a
god.
work habit of mine. Using touch to open my senses and letting the details
Yeah,
of your
yeah.
biological existence flood into my brain helps me understand your construction as a living organism.
What?
Such is the basis of deconstruction and reconstruction. Do not be concerned. You are very healthy. In fact, impeccably so. A perfect experimental specimen. Oh, really? I expect the views here had me lost in thought. I don't usually go in and out of the space station, and only discovered today that it was blessed with such calm, open views. It is a wonderful fit for the sweet fragrance of lotus leaves, plum blossoms, sticky rice, and frosting sugar. Come here. Look. The blue planet is directly below us. It is so full of life. This dessert is very delicious. Here, take half. Delicious desserts remind people of how flowers look when they bloom. Ingest this dessert one bite at a time, and the sweetness will linger in your mouth. I hope you like it too. So, what do you think? I can certainly prepare more for you. It's become somewhat of a tradition to bring strawberry pastries when I visit Stephen Lloyd. His attendance seems quite dependent on them. An outstanding dessert. 10 grams of cubed sugar, 1 dried and salt-preserved plum blossom. Baking and cooking are the same as nurturing a universe. The heat must be controlled, planning must be meticulous, and one must not panic, no matter what happens. Unfortunately, there are still too many people in the space station. The clamor is not fitting for desserts. By the way, do you remember what my research is about?
Ini udah bodo amat.
No. My research area is short stories about toilets. What's going
The
on?
fuck, dude?
What am I talking about?
Sabar. Good test.
I see. What a cute hobby. But remember, the next time something like this happens, it's crucial to mask your expression until you've ascertained the situation.
Gue testing dulu.
If not,
Oke.
you'll be full of weaknesses that others can see through. Let's try again. Now, what else would
Ya coba lagi sekarang kamu mau tanya apa yang sudah kamu lakukan padaku.
The dessert was tasty. I would like more. Why can't I say what I want to say?
You have quite the appetite. All right, I'll give you the recipe. Come and have a walk with me. A stroll is the most appropriate post-dessert activity.
Ngerti, gue ngerti. Kayaknya
As the masses depart,
dia ngetes deh.
there's an enveloping calm here. Just like in the no man's land I've ventured to in the past.
Oke.
Can you imagine a completely lifeless world? From there, you can glimpse the stars that lie at the very edge of the horizon. Following its celestial trajectory, the Great Teal Star illuminates an endless sea of white across both the sky and land. My mother and I navigated calm glaciers, looking for signs of life on that world, and encountered many bizarre phenomena. It was like
Bitrate-nya
finding a
naik kan?
single correct piece in a mountain of jigsaw pieces. The process was convoluted. My apologies. It appears my words have left you perplexed. Please, don't be on edge. I bear no ill will. A few days ago, I made my interest in you known to Herta. My intention is for you to serve as an assistant. Based on our interactions within the simulated universe, I firmly believe you fit the bill. I find extending trust beyond myself is challenging. Therefore, I added anti-truth serum to this dessert. It will not treat it as a layer of protection. This will shield my research and your personal safety. I can also reward you as compensation for being... Does that bother you? I believe we will be able to be frank with each other, but that needs time. When I first arrived on the space station, I borrowed the phase flame from her. A surge of creativity led me to explore the cultivation of life on the space station. In my
Wait.
imagination, these life forms would be a new variety that are born as geniuses. I plan to name them after Lambda, member number... I don't know where it went wrong. They possess their own sentience, but are nowhere near geniuses. Moreover, my free-range approach seems to have backfired. In a lab leak incident a few days ago, some of these little life forms ran away and scattered all over the space station. I do not wish for Herta or Asta to be involved in this. Therefore, I'm hoping you can assist in recovering these little life forms. I do trust you. This has nothing to do with them. Besides, the researchers are still treating these entities as... I entrust this to you. Once the little life forms are collected, simply find a proper place for them. The researchers in the Department of Ecology...
Oh, that. You've got pretty good contacts if you know that already. The space station is a mess. Everyone's already swamped as it is. And now out of nowhere, there's a bunch of little creatures popping up. If you want to solve the problem, go check out the storage zone.
You're here. Herta called Skrullum and I to the space station to discuss some important topics. She also sent an invite to Steven, but he didn't reply, and Herta didn't seem to want to wait any longer. And now, I wish for you to attend this meeting with me. I don't want Herta to worry herself over these. Just in case, I want someone who will be on my side. Help me. It'll be easy. Just remember, my secret stays with you, Don't pry too much, and keep your expressions in check. All right, let's go.
Hi, Ruan-mei. I've been waiting for you. Oh, you're here too? Looks like you two have become quite friendly.
It's good to see you, sir. Affirmation. This reunion has happened earlier than my calculations predicted.
Though you weren't invited, I welcome you to remember this historical moment. How long has it been since 3 geniuses were in the same room together? And how long will we have to wait for it to happen again?
Affirmative. Discounting our discussions on the simulated universe, our interactions are scarce. I look forward to the innovative ideas that may...
Let me get straight to the point. I think it's time to find another partner for the simulated universe.
You wish to kick Steven out?
No, of course not. Steven doesn't want to get involved and voted to abstain. Whatever. Look, I respect the way people want to live, but he doesn't have the chance to be involved in...
Question. Are we introducing a 5th part?
Yes, a 5th genius. The reason for our gathering is clear to everyone present. What else could prompt such a gathering of brilliant minds except for the answer? No one can refuse the secret of the eons. Not even Xandar. We'll definitely get a response.
What if the responder is Polka Kakamond?
That'd be great! Hey, Lord of Silence, are you listening? I'm member number 83, Herta, and I want to meet you.
It's unlikely we'll hear from Polka Kakamond. Probability, member number 64, Dr. Primitive.
That's a hard pass. Given Dr. Primitive's shady research practices and his tussle with the Galaxy Rangers, the IPC will surely turn this into a media circuit. What about you, Ching-Tu? Are you still in touch?
Can we ask him to leave if we are to discuss this topic? The process will be long and boring. There's no need to take up other people's time.
Of course! You brought him in after all. It's up to you.
All right, let me walk you out.
And what the heck is this?
Seems like a programming error.
Oh, this fragment of Ruan-mei.
The simulated universe is my home. I'm speaking nonsense again.
It's probably an isolated glitch.
Fine. I'm used to turning a blind eye to these things. It makes life easier. I am curious, though. Are you gonna keep it, Ruan-mei?
I probably will. Records indicate he likes this occurrence.
All right, I agree. As long as it helps you with your research, you can do it.
Come along. I'll see you out. It appears I was overthinking things. Impulsive behavior is pretty characteristic of her after all. Thankfully, it was just a minor scare. Still, meetings give me such a headache. I see that you've recovered the life form in the Master Control Zone. I was simply being overly cautious. It is a habit of mine. There's some things that I must tell you now. If I wait for the meeting to finish, then it might be too... The retrieval of my life forms isn't complete yet. There's more than just one, and some are stored in a sealed zone. Herta uses that place to welcome visitors from across the stars, or to welcome members of the Genius, and now my headache is stored there. There's much you don't know about the space station, and even more about Herta. But there is some information I can give you. That place is also used to welcome non-humanoid visitors, and I'm giving you my access card. Give me your hand, and I'll input your fingerprint into it. Stay vigilant, Assistant. Should you come across a threat you can't handle, just alert me. I'll come to your aid no matter what. Remember, there is a giant incubator in the middle of the zone. Once you're back, come find me on the railway platform.
The fuck? Wow, kontol. Kaget gue anjing. Oke. Gue gak expect. Berarti ke depan ada lagi nih.
Needs targets.
Ada dua nih. 1, 2. Oh, ini karakter gratisan itu.
Here, a genius move. And how will you counter it? Only an idiot would ask such a question. Just move this here. You look distressed. Something the matter? If that's the case, you better get thinking. Are you waiting for a sign? Time is ticking. Descend. Have you considered whether the answer to your question... If a question is of no help, then don't ask. Never mind. Allow me to clarify something. I know exactly who you are. And I'm aware you are in Ron May's employ. My goals are roughly aligned with yours. Since you're here, I won't... That's all you need to know. I can't stand discourtesy. The real Ron May's creation is hidden in the giant incubator below us. Go. Take the elevator and bear witness to this.
What the fuck?
This is huge. The space station has an area this big? Terminator of propagation clone?
Fase 2. Woi.
After 56 seconds, the creature was unable to sustain its own existence and vanished as if it had never been born. The threat is over. Time to get going.
Is it over?
The meeting of geniuses is over. As for the future of the simulated universe, that conclusion isn't important. What's important is your task. You look upset, correct? I regret my actions. There's no defending what I've done. Time and again, my experiments have fallen short, and they've always yielded predictable results. I made a clone, but it doesn't hold a candle to the Emanator. How should I have explained it to you? I'm not good at communicating with others. Restrained by time and place, its code of life could only be considered an incomplete attempt. I managed to replicate the moment it was born. However, it would soon disappear and be reduced to particles. Like every living being, it inevitably faced its demise as it journeyed. However, even the briefest life should have meaning. I want to know the limits of its capacity. It will indicate... And it was a minuscule step. Just as I had predicted. Indeed. This is how I keep the distractions at bay. I have to admit that research once made me obsessive. That wasn't a good period in my life. Though now I navigate it much more smoothly. I must admit, I'm not fond of scenarios where everything aligns perfectly with my expectations. An experiment should have its unforeseen twists. That's where the joy lies. Even the most predictable storylines can have their pleasant surprises. I have to admit that these little ones born in the process sometimes move me. I see a human-like response in them. It is a concept completely opposite to that of divinity. Emotions may be either positive or negative. However, the love rooted in the depths of their heart is... They're still a long way from becoming geniuses, and are therefore unable to discern. That being said, can even geniuses tell the difference? Do you believe my actions were wrong? There's no need to tell me your answer. I just felt like asking the question. How should I take care of them? Perhaps leaving them at the space station is the best choice. Do I seem irresponsible? I'm sorry. I am often at a loss as to how to... The effects of the anti-truth serum will also wear off. If others mention me to you in the future, you can answer however you like. After all, your memory of me will soon dissipate like smoke.
What?
Over time, hidden truths tend to surface. Past traumas, which I'd rather leave behind. If I do not want a secret revealed, the most foolproof way is to destroy it. The anti-truth serum will make you forget the brief period we spent together. It won't take effect immediately. It is a slow, intangible process, like the sweet fragrance of lotus leaves, plum blossom, sticky... Perhaps you'll remember someone performed selfish experiments on the space station, but you will no longer remember their identity. That way, the connection between life forms will be erased. It will make our lives more relaxing. I believe you. Screwlum will stay on the space station for a while longer. He and Herta still have problems they need to solve. As for me, I'm leaving soon. Do you still remember the no man's land I mentioned? I'm considering a solo trip back there during my research downtime. I miss member number 55 Yu Qingtu sometimes. She used to always make something delicious for me to drink every time we parted ways. I hope I won't meet member number 4 Polka Kakamond. Who knows when the next gathering of geniuses will be? I find that difficult to answer. I thank you. If fate allows and you're interested, upon our next meeting, we could journey to No Man, though I suppose it wouldn't be No Man's Land anymore.
Oke.